Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for the while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is a product that I don't really typically review, so woo-da-woo-da-woo, I guess. Cool. I'll just review what the fuck ever, man. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, we'll get to that. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. So what super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Central Disorder shirt. Which, if you have never heard of the Illinois metal band sensation, Central Disorder, they are a very badass local metal band. I really, really like these guys. There's so many great freaking local bands in, the Illinois scene. It's ridiculous. I am 37. I have been to 153 concerts in my day. Mind you, that's not counting one concert that was kind of a concert, but it was it was like a battle of the bands type of deal. And my neighbor at the time invited me to go support his friend's band, basically. And I'll be honest with you, they were fine, but they were a high school band. The band before them, because it ended up only being two bands, they were way better. If I could remember the name of that band, I would totally include that, and I would have 154 under my belt. But because I cannot remember the name and I cannot find information on it, because it was just a little thing, but I'm going with 153. I'm still finding awesome local bands, and Central Disorder are definitely one of them. They are fan-fucking-tastic. If you happen to be interested at all, maybe like some metal music yourself, I have some videos of performances of theirs that I've been to. They're on my channel. They're in my concerts playlist if you're ever interested. And if you really are interested, I can totally point you in the direction of their Bandcamp and their YouTube page and stuff, because they are very good. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all folks today? What am I doing? Why is it something that I don't normally review? Well, folks, because it's, boom, Tic Tacs. But specifically, let me get a thing. Focus. Ha 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 ha. They're Sprite flavored Tic Tacs. So here's the thing. I don't eat Tic Tacs very often. I used to when I was a kid. I was a big fan of them, especially the orange ones. I really like those. Then I got a little bit older and I became more of a mint person. Every now and again, you mix a mint and an orange. It was a good time. Kind of like brushing your teeth, or drinking orange juice after you brush your teeth. But, as I got older, I kind of phased out of them. They just weren't really, a thing that I did. But every now and again, they'll come out with, a new wacky flavor or something like that. And Sprite Tic Tacs. I like Sprite a lot. I'm a big fan of Sprite. I've mentioned the fact, I've reviewed a few Sprite-related things. I did Sprite Tropical Mix. I did a comparison video between Cherry Sprite and Cherry 7-Up. I'm definitely, So, when I saw that Tic Tac was doing these, I was like, sure, why the hell not? So let's open it up. I will say I've always loved the Tic Tac container. As a kid, I just thought that was so cool, and it was it's a little secret thing, even though it's not, but... What? No, not all of them. I just want one right now. Okay. Just one for right now. Very mixed feelings with this one. I can see where they're going with it. And especially at the beginning, there was a flavor that was reminiscent of Sprite. Thing is, as it goes along and the flavor kind of moves along its path, you get lots of different things going on, and not all of them are wonderful. You get because there's kind of a point where it just sort of becomes more lemony than anything, which isn't terrible, but, it kind of takes away a little bit of the Sprite aspect. And then it's this weird thing where it sort of really becomes not the most pleasant thing in the world. And it almost has like a very, very mild, like bitter quality. Like it's not even tart. It's just a weird off-putting taste that I'm not huge into. Yeah, and then the end is really just this big hit of like citric acid flavor. Um, hmm, let's try. I mean, you don't typically just do one Tic Tac, right? Like, I'm not some sort of horrible monstrous glutton. Like, I think it's fair to say you usually grab more than one Tic Tac. Give me one more, damn it! I want 5. No, well, that's 6. Fuck it, let's try 6. Yeah, I'm gonna go on record as saying I don't like these very much. I think, like, I see kind of what they're doing with it. I think that sort of somewhat bitter aspect to it is their attempt at giving this, like, the Sprite flavor that sort of crisp Sprite quality. Because for me, and I've mentioned this before, reason why I love Sprite, reason why I love Sprite more than 7-Up is 7-Up has a refreshing flavor to it. Sprite has a crispness to it, you know, and I love that aspect to it. It has like this little bite to it that just kind of sinks in, and I'm like, yes, I like this. I think that's what they're trying to do, but it's just unpleasant. I don't like it. And then, even when you do have the somewhat Sprite-ish flavor, it's a very sort of almost overly sweet and candy Sprite-ish flavor. I mean, it's candy, obviously. So, yeah. I picked these up not only because that tartness when you bite into them, I'm not big on. I decided to pick these up not only because I like Sprite, plus it was something I could review, but moreover, I thought these could work really well. I thought Sprite would be like a good flavor to have this work with. I was apparently wrong. Yeah, I wish I liked these. I remember a few years ago, they did a similar thing. I think they had like cherry cola ones. And it was a similar kind of experience where it was just like, yeah, sorta, but then it wasn't that much fun after a certain point, and it just, yeah. Yeah, I wish I liked these more, but I don't. I just, for whatever little Sprite kind of flavor there is, there's more just sort of like lemony, and then kind of, again, sort of like a bitterness, and then just, at the end, it really is just a hit of citric acid. It's just, I don't think they're great, personally. Which is a shame. I really do like Sprite. If nothing else, I can go over there and hand these around to people, and then watch their reaction to it. But, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Nope. Nope. Like I said, I don't eat a lot of Tic Tacs anyway. I definitely have no reason to go back to these. I'm almost a little bit annoyed with them because of how much I like Sprite. And if I'm recommending them, no. Because the thing is, even if I were to just say, like, okay, like, screw the Sprite aspect, just the flavor aspect of it. Certain aspects of it are nice enough. Like, again, like a lemon lime kind of thing works. But then you have, like, those bitter aspects to it. Then you have, like, the citric acid hit at the end, which is just, in my opinion, a bit much for the whole thing. I just don't find them to be pleasant, and I can't recommend them, you know, because it's like, okay, well, if you happen to like this extremely specific line of flavors, because you're going to get all of them. So, 5 things before I get out of here, though, folks. Have a fantastic rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly proper Sprite-tastic rest of your life. Because, again, Sprite is just wonderful. I mean, it might not be your favorite, your lemon lime beverage of choice. Fair enough. But it is really good. I like it. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you can do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, okay? I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. And it is extremely difficult sometimes to not be an asshole, especially when you deal with your fellow human beings. Because, just, oh my God, sometimes with people. It is just, it can be some of the most frustrating experiences, and, you know, it's important when we run into those situations, though. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing, whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go to the Tic Tac people, and I assume that they live on some sort of island cult thing, and they are known as the Tic Tac people. Because I've never once heard of a Tic Tac company or Tic Tac factory. So I'm assuming that it's a weird culty, you know, sort of, what's that one Nicolas Cage movie? The Wicker Man, with the bees, except it's the Tic Tacs. And they just go over there and throw Tic Tacs at you. I think it's probably that. That seems logical to me. But maybe you're going to go there and there's going to be a weird, wacky investigation, and you're going to run around and you're going to deck somebody in a Tic Tac suit. And it'll just end up being a whole bunch of memes. And, you know, people will go over there and you'll have a very strange legacy where you're probably better known than the original, but the original is very well regarded, even though, in reality, a lot of people who've seen the original in more recent times don't think it's all that fucking great. But you know, shots fired, I guess. Or conversely, I guess you could watch don't watch The Wicker Man. Either version. Neither is that fucking good. I mean, the first one, like, they're not... The first one's not bad, I guess, but it's very of its time, I feel. Like, there's a really good idea there. And I get that, like, in that period of time, it kind of worked well with the culty atmosphere and everything. I don't know. I don't dislike it, but I don't know. Go watch Mandy. Mandy's a fucking badass movie, man. I like that movie a lot. Or, Color Out of Space. That's another great Nicolas Cage horror film. Bye.